She was my mentor, my colleague, my friend. One of my first memories was arriving at the center school in the mid-90s, fresh out of college, and she just took you under her wing. She had humor, she made you feel welcomed, she made you feel comfortable.
As a teacher, she was one of those that always knew exactly what every student needed, and she was spot on every single time. And she always found the best in every student and celebrated that with those students every single day. Every day that we came to work, there was always some laughter and silliness just to get us through every single day. She always made light of everything so that those times when we really needed that moment of just don't sweat the small stuff, she was always there to do that for us.
I learned so much from Ellen. She was great. She's so funny, and I learned pretty much just to take everything in stride, not worry, just let things go, enjoy it, and don't be so serious, and laugh sometimes. Ellen had a gift of, being funny and making others laugh.
She had a unique way of trying to tell you things that maybe she didn't want the kids to know. For instance, one time she came into my room singing the Mickey Mouse song from Disney, M-I-C-K-E-Y, M-O-U-S-E, and looking at me. And within a couple of seconds, I realized she was trying to tell me that there was a mouse stuck in between our bathrooms. Instead of just coming in and whispering, "There's a mouse in the bathroom," Ellen always had that unique way of trying to tell you something.
I could always count on her to come in with something funny on her head to make me laugh if we were stressed or we had a lot going on, just to lighten the mood and know that she was there for me. One thing that she always told them was, don't sweat the small stuff. And I think that is definitely one of her legacies that she taught her students and her friends and teachers.
She got the kids excited. You never knew how she was going to arrive. She would come to school in full Cat in the Hat suit with makeup, or one day she would come walking down the hallway in fishing waders to get the kids excited about a story we were reading on fishing. There are different sayings that she would teach the kids. One particular one was, did you do a Mr. Burke look or a Mrs. Burke look? And that was if the children were looking for something. If they didn't do a really good job looking, it was a Mr. Burke look. And if they were really thorough in their search for whatever they were trying to find, it was a Mrs. Burke look.
I will never be able to look at a box of Crayola crayons in the same way again, because one Halloween we all decided to dress up as a certain color of a crayon, and Ellen didn't want to do that. She wanted to be different, and she dressed up as the box. And so she was right there, the center of attention, as always. And we did have a good time, but that was Ellen.
I loved Auntie Ellen because she was always funny, and I loved her because she was happy, and I would make her cards when she got sick. I would always visit her, and we'd always sometimes sit and talk to her. I would love her because she was always there for me, and I love her because she was always funny when she would do some funny stuff, and I'd make her a funny card. And I loved when we went to the beach together, and when we went to Salem Mills to get some Hobbs popcorn. I miss her.
Ellen taught first grade here at Center School, and I taught second grade. And let me tell you, she was a tough act to follow. If you had Mrs. Burke as a teacher, she would remain your favorite teacher forever. And staff felt the same way about her. If you were lucky enough to be a colleague of hers, you were a friend of hers for life. This job, as much as we love it, comes with its fair share of stressors. But with Ellen around, she would lighten the mood all day long, just injecting humor however she could, wherever she could. We knew that when she was retiring, there would be a massive void, and it's been true.
I was a fourth grade teacher, and she was down in the annex here, and I didn't get to see her much except in the teacher's room. So I really enjoyed listening to her talk at lunchtime and laugh. But what I most remember about Ellen is when I was a parent of a kindergarten student, Megan. And when Megan was going into first grade, unfortunately my son Mark passed away. But Ellen came up to me at the wake and she said, "Michelle, Megan is going to be in my class and I'm going to take good care of her for you. She's in good hands with me." and I really thank Ellen for that. I know you're taking good care of Mark up in heaven and teaching the kids up there like you were down on earth.
Ellen's legacy is going to live on in our schools and in the people who knew and loved her.